So very shortly, you guys have probably seen our booth, and you're wondering what the Open Innovation Labs is. I tweeted about this last night. Everyone in your heads has a different idea of what Innovation Lab means because your organizations have 1 or 5 of them. And I think that we should change our name to Open Transformation Labs. So I'll tell you like a brief bit about who we are. So today has been all about technology, and some of the panels have touched on change. But ultimately, rolling out these kind of platforms actually requires a different way of working. And one of the funny things is that customers have started coming to Red Hat to ask us how we work upstream. How do our engineers build software? And how can we learn to do that from Red Hat? In fact, this is what happened a couple of years ago now on our customer advisory board. They said, show us in a tangible, hands-on way how to do this, as they are starting to become digital organizations where they're relying more and more on software. So essentially, the Open Innovation Labs is Red Hat open sourcing our DNA, open sourcing our way of working. We're part of Red Hat's consulting organization, so really professional services. And what does that actually mean? How do I describe it? Well, I have a picture for you. If you want to become a chef, or let's say you're a pretty good cook at home and you want to become a better cook, you could actually go and work in the kitchen of an award-winning restaurant or a Michelin star restaurant. And if you spent a month or 3 months in that restaurant, you would probably cook differently. You may actually hate chefs. I don't know if not all of them have the greatest culture in their kitchens. But you will, when you come back to your own kitchen, cook food in a different way. You will probably fit different equipment in your kitchen. And you'll probably have some different tools. And the food that you create, most important part, will be different. And that's kind of the idea. So what we do is we take our customer's business problem, and they always have to have a tangible thing that they need to solve. So we've done some interesting things like building web applications or mobile applications that solve a really specific business case. And we take a team from the customer. So we'll take, product owner and developers and someone from the infrastructure side, and we match them one-to-one with Red Hat people. And we take that team that we've created off-site from the customer's environment. I think one of the other banks talked about doing that, taking some of their people out of their day-to-day environment for a period of time to train the trainer and upskill them. We found that the day-to-day environment can be really distracting, but if we can take you out of that environment for a period of time, in our case, 4 to 12 weeks, but typically about 6 to 8 weeks, we can actually work on that business problem. And what we do is we rapidly iterate. So we run in 1-week sprints. It's extremely intense. And at the end of that 4, 6, 8 weeks or whatever, we have a demo day. And that really sharpens everyone's minds. And on demo day, we invite the customers' stakeholders in to see what they've built. And what we want to do on that period is not just show, wow, look at this cool, shiny thing that we built, but we want to demonstrate how that team worked and the power of the technology underneath the covers of it as well. So one of the financial services guys talked about the number of builds that an application team have done. What we want to do is we want to link that number of builds the number of iterations that dev team have done to business outcomes. So all of those iterations are actually incremental experimentation on business value. We want to demonstrate real business outcomes in that time. So that's basically the way we work. In Demo Day, we don't just want to show what we've done. We want the customers, stakeholders to actually say, wow, we want the rest of our developers and the rest of our organization working like this. And we want to really, what we've seen is we kind of end up helping IT organizations become more relevant again to their business. It's actually the most exciting part of Red Hat right now because a lot of the stuff, the guys are working in the engine room, a lot of the Ian was talking about how he hasn't actually spoken to app developers in a long time. We are doing all those cool things. So we're doing AI, machine learning, blockchain use cases, mobile use cases. We're doing all the fun stuff that's on top of the platform and making basically you guys successful. So you can use us in different ways. If you're just starting out with OpenShift, think about us like going on a road trip. POCs are great, but it's literally like taking a new car, and asking the mechanic, does it really do what a car is supposed to do? Whereas a road trip, you really learn how to use the technology. If you need to build something really quick, this is the greenfield apps. We're doing a lot of these where, helping the IT organization actually build something faster than they've ever done before. It's not an 18-month project, it's a 6-week project, but we can actually deliver a similar business outcome. And teaching customers how to do it. And I think this is where a lot of you are talking about, that kind of the transformation. We see ourselves as this tugboat nudging the ship in a different direction. We kind of work with you guys who are building the platforms to make it successful. We need to demonstrate business value. Getting the platform in is just the first step. Actually, what we need to do with you in Red Hat is actually to then get the actual apps on the platform and make the dev teams and the business successful. Show them that the technology enables DevOps. The technology enables this fast iteration that we talk about in lean startup and lean enterprise. But we actually need to somehow take people on that journey to show them how that way of working is. So come and talk to me downstairs. Check us out on YouTube. We have actually a customer here who's been through a residency last year. I don't know if he's still here. Come and, oh, there he is. He's at the back. It's Charles. But ask Charles, do you want to stick your hand up there again, Charles? Ask Charles how their experience was. We've had some really cool, there's actually a video of the guys in there as well. Come and talk to us downstairs over beer. Really, we're here to make you successful with your developers on your platform.